back in May of 2020, you could buy a 3-year-old truck for around $59,900, call it $60,000. That's just what it cost. In May of 2021, a 3-year-old truck now is costing you $82,741. We're going to keep jumping because we saw a lot of changes. In October of 21, a 3-year-old tractor was going to cost you $100,358. We keep talking, and we've talked about record-setting prices for these used trucks, and this is where I'm showing you right now. The peak, there's no doubt about it, was March of this year. And in March of this year, a 3-year-old truck, odds are you're going to pay right at $140,000. That was the used truck price market for the price. It just is what it is. So I'm going to show why the person that bought back in 2020 isn't in as much trouble as the independent contractor that probably just bought one in March. I'm going to show you this. So as we look at the tractor price right now, again, $59,000. I put it to a mileage based on 2,350 miles. 2,350 miles, that means that monthly payment for that tractor, that $59,000 tractor, was 41 cents. If the driver pays himself 60 cents a mile, that's not a lot of money for going out there doing what they're doing. But if they pay themselves 60 cents a mile, and then, Dave, at the time they bought that truck, back in May of 20, fuel was $2.30 a gallon or 34 cents a mile. We're going to keep looking at that. And at the end of the day, we're estimating the insurance per mile at about 13 cents, saying it's going to cost them $16,000 for that insurance for that truck. Probably realistic, and it could be a little low. 13 cents a mile is what that comes to. And then the maintenance for that 3-year-old truck, remember you're in the peak of that maintenance period now, is at 26 cents a mile. The independent contractor, when they went in business in May, because of the rate, was only $1.77. When they went into business, they were making, after all that, around 3 cents a mile. That's their profit. You know, they may have had another expense or two in there, but around 3 cents a mile. And then I'm going to show you, all of a sudden, again, rates went to $3.20, $3.65, $3.33. Fuel went up with it to $5.11 to $5.62 today. But that same independent contractor, I'm going to leave it right here now, today is still making about 58 cents a mile. We talk about the rates. The rate doesn't affect this independent contractor like it does those that went into business after him. And here we go. The guy, the same independent contractor that went into business a year later, is making about 27 cents a mile less than the other person because of the truck. The truck payment went up. And here we go again. We're going to keep going here. The person that went into business in October of last year right now is down to 10 cents a mile profit. When they opened up their business, they killed it. They were making $1.24 a mile. After all those expenses, they were making $1.24 a mile. It just didn't last long. They went to 70 cents, and then today, because of where that fuel is, because of where that, the rates are going down, fuel's going up, it's hitting them twice, 10 cents a mile. And the independent contractor that went into business of March of this year, if you went in as an owner-operator, you bought that 3-year-old truck, again, you can plug your numbers in this thing right here. You bought a truck for $140,000 because the rates were where they were. I'm telling you right now, when you opened up, you were making about 22 cents a mile. That pretty daggum good in what we do on the trucking side. Today, you're losing 38 cents a mile. I don't care what you say. Maybe it's 20 cents a mile. Maybe it's 10 cents a mile. But every mile you run right now, you that just bought in March and overpaid the very peak of everything, you're losing You're losing money every mile you run. I'm telling you, around 30, 35, 38 cents, 20 cents, whatever it is. And Dave, I know you're over there, but just talk to me for a second. When you're losing this kind of money, what happens?
You don't take care of the stuff that needs to be taken care of.
You just found, here's 26 cents.
Yep.
You're not spending anymore
on
because you got to find 12 more cents. So you're not spending that. And guess what? You're not paying yourself the same amount of money as you were.
Correct.
You took a 12-cent haircut, and your truck's not getting maintained. That's the only way you stay in business.
Yep, and that's you breaking even.
Yeah, now you're hoping everything else is going okay. I'm saying that person is out of business. And Dave, here's the part here that I'm going to say, is that the independent contractor, and I'm going to go show you this real fast, the independent contractor that bought a truck in October of 21, they're 2 months from going out of business. Fuel goes up 10 cents. We can see that happen in 15 cents, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, we can easily see that happen in the next 2 months. If fuel goes up 15 cents and rates will go down a little bit more, and if they go to that $2.65 a mile, they're out of business. They're losing 10 cents a mile. They begin to do the same thing. They quit paying the maintenance, and they quit paying themselves as much. The truck at that point just won't get maintained. These guys that just bought a truck this year that went into business, they're going to go out of business right now if things stay where they are and everything says it will. It's just, it's dollars. It's just numbers is all it is. The person that went into business in October of last year, they're right around the corner. Listen, start doing all you can right now. Align yourself. And I say that because we are at that moment right now where you that bought in October, that bought the middle to the end of last year, you can still find a way to align yourself with a partner. Make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure you're looking at your numbers. These are just numbers I'm saying, but when you plug your numbers in here, it's going to tell you if you're making money, if you're not. Folks, we are in some tough times. Fuel going up, rates going down. It's going to hit a double whammy, Dave, right?
Yep.
It's a double whammy. It's hitting you twice. And what happens and what you don't want to happen, you can't quit taking care of that truck.